Who cares?
All right, so now we got another segment of the history of the birds.
Let's go, baby. I loved learning
We
about the origins last week.
so much fun. We last left off in 1943 with the Steagles,
Yep.
and so at the end of that year, we ended up separating from the Steelers, and so we became the Eagles again.
Yep.
And that's when we hired Greasy Neale, who was firmly placed as the new head coach. I do have a couple fun facts about Greasy Neale. He
Okay.
is
Greasy. Now, what's his Greasy
considered
is Greasy's is
Greasy's his nickname.
okay.
I couldn't find and there was a few different reasons why he got it. Some people said it was Greasy because the
Ah,
way that he coached, and that's not it wasn't valid. So that's just a theory. The other
okay.
theory is the way that he ate as a kid. Really greasy food. So
Okay. I like greasy food.
he's a greasy boy. Um, and but there was no official on how he got the nickname, Greasy
Okay.
Neale. But
Mysterious.
he was considered one of the founding minds of the modern NFL strategy. He was also considered a philosophical coach, which I thought was really interesting. He was always quoting literature and speaking about the intellectual side of the game.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So this
That's
guy was
cool.
like dialed in. He was talking
Yeah.
flowers. He was
Is that I said, right, that the results aren't there right now, but what's going on here is that there's growth under the soil. I put a picture of a flower up, right, and it's coming through the ground, and the roots are growing out, and the roots are continuing to grow out.
I'm just saying he was the
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni of the
The
40s.
original, the original Sirianni.
Yeah, the OG Siri. He did a little bit of history on him. He did play in the MLB, so he was a baseball player.
Oh, sweet.
Played ball from 1916 to 24.
Okay.
And he was on the 1919 Cincinnati Reds, and they made it to the World Series. So he
Okay.
made it to the World Series. So he was always at a young age, he had a champion mindset.
Man, you just don't see, you wouldn't see a player that played in the MLB like, I'm going to go be an
I'm gonna go
NFL coach now.
coach. Yeah, no,
That's wild.
that's unheard of.
Yeah. On
He was
this day and
inducted into
age.
the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1969.
Okay.
He had a regular season record of 66 wins, 44 losses, and 5 ties.
Winning record.
So a winning record all when it was all said and done.
Okay.
And then he was also known as a defensive strategist. And notoriously, the 1949 Eagles, who we'll get into when we get to that year,
Hmm.
they were a bunch of dogs, and their defense was stout, and they held teams to 11.3 points per game, which was
Whoa.
very good at the time.
Okay. I mean, low
That's
scoring back in the day too,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yes, yeah. But that was like
The
top. That
11
was
was
top build. 11 point. What did I say? 11.3. It was like peak performance.
okay.
Um,
Sick.
do you got anything on Greasy?
The only thing that I also had was the championships, which I'm sure
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you're about to get into
Uh-huh.
too. So
Yeah. So that was so 43 we hired Greasy. 44 we finally have our first like really strong record. We go 7-1-2. Crazy how
okay.
many ties. I know we talked about it last time, but like the amount of games that were tied back in these days were just fascinating to me. We almost saw one today with the Giants and the Cowboys.
That would have been awesome if they ended up tying.
I was like, if you're gonna make me watch this whole thing, goddamn game, you better tie.
I think that's the best when a division rivals play each other. I think a tie is the best outcome that you could possibly have.
Yeah. Yep. So that was 44. 45 and 46 was like building toward more respectability. We
Uh-huh.
finished second in the NFL Eastern Division both those years.
Okay.
So this is just like the slow build up. The
Okay.
early to mid 40s, we're finally becoming a team. Because if you guys remember when we were talking about the 30s, we had a rough go.
Yeah.
All that era was a tough go. So now
Yeah.
we're like, we got Greasy Neale, we're getting some players, we're starting to build up. This is the era of Steve Van Buren. So now we're getting Steve Van Buren in the mix. Um, and then in 1947, that's when we won the Eastern Division. which led to the Birds' first NFL championship game appearance ever.
Sick.
We did end up losing that game. We lost to the Chicago Cardinals 28 to
Okay.
21.
Okay.
So it was a high scoring game.
So we went to the championship in 47 and lost.
Yep.
Okay. Setting
So
ourselves up.
that's setting the tone. And then in
Uh-huh.
48, you know what happened in 48.
So I read it was called the Blizzard Bowl.
Yep.
And played the Chicago Cardinals again, because I didn't know that we
It
played
was
them
the rematch.
in
Yeah.
47, a rematch, December 19th in Philadelphia. So Super Bowl or championship at this time, there wasn't Super Bowl yet, played at one of the home fields of the teams playing, which is
I didn't read
interesting.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I thought that, because like Super Bowl, you never have a blizzard. It'd be in a dome if it's somewhere cold, or it'd
Right.
be someplace nice,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I like that better, I think.
For
Right?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Get to
crazy.
go somewhere cool.
Yeah. That
Super
game was
interesting, though.
yeah, it was with the Cardinals.
It's a 7-0 game.
And the Philadelphia Eagles become the 1948 world champions by a score of 7-0.
Steve Van Buren.
Steve Van Buren. Of course.
Yep.
Had to be
He
Steve.
was the only person to score a touchdown in that game. So 7-0. Imagine going to a Super Bowl and it ends 7-0.
So this was I see that Steve Van Buren was drafted out of LSU in 1944. So 48, he's 4 years into his career. He is now a stud.
Yes. So
running over everybody.
And I have a few notes about him. Yeah, so 45, 47, 48, 49. He held the NFL rushing title.
Okay, so most yards of any player within those years.
Yep.
Okay.
And he ended up with career stats 5,860 rushing yards and 69 total touchdowns.
Nice. So I also have a note here that for the 48 championship game, which was the Blizzard Bowl or whatever, in 48, he rode a trolley and then walked through the snowstorm because his car wouldn't start.
I mean,
this is the leading rusher, and he scored the only touchdown.
Imagine if he didn't make it.
Right.
He doesn't make it. Can you tie the Super Bowl?
No way, right? There had to have been rules that you can't tie the Super Bowl. There had to be and then considered one of the NFL's first power backs.
Yeah, I mean,
leading the way probably for Jim Brown and the likes of all those guys.
Going back and watching some of his stuff, I mean, I think that's been my favorite thing so far. I know we're only on episode 2, but going back and really watching Steve Van
Buren, it was enough
play.
To put Steve Van Buren in your top 10.
Yeah,
last week.
Exactly.
Unreal.
Just watching him play the game was like, oh, this dude. I mean, he had it.
Did he ever get to the point of putting a face mask on, or was he always?
Not that I saw.
Okay.
But I don't
Interesting.
know for a fact. I never saw him with a face mask.
But he didn't care.
No.
I'm running through these.
But he wasn't like that psycho who never wore a helmet.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's so we win this is our first championship, 1948. That's the Blizzard Bowl. We win 7-0. Then what happened?
Yep. And then 49, we dominate the regular season with a record of 11-1. And then we make it back to the championship to defend our title against the LA Rams, who, hello, we play next week.
We're playing next week.
Hello.
I'm sure it's on the board somewhere that, hey, the Eagles beat us in 49, guys. Never forget.
Before we left LA.
What was the score? What was the score of that one?
14-0.
Oh, we scored 2 touchdowns.
14-0.
But back-to-back defensive shutting out in championship games.
Shutouts.
This one was in Los Angeles, though, not in
Philly.
But I see torrential rain turned the field into a muddy swamp. Another bad weather game, tailor-made for Van Buren.
To run for 196 yards.
Did he score?
No touchdowns. I didn't see a touchdown.
Okay. All right.
But 196 rushing yards in the mud.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That would have been pretty fun, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's NFL's like, we got to do something about this weather. We're coming out to LA this year. It's supposed to be nice year round. Torrential rain.
Yep. Downpour. But I wonder too, because like since LA was in it, I wonder how they did that. Like maybe because they did it in Philly the year before, they were maybe like, well, we did it in Philly last time, so let's
Because
do
it
it
seems like we would have had the better record at 11-1,
11-1. Right.
right? Or maybe it
Unless they
traded
unless they
off
went.
between the East Conference and the West Conference, and
Oh
you get
yeah,
it this year, you get it that year. We
that
gotta
would
learn
make
more.
sense.
We gotta learn more about
Yeah,
that.
that would make sense.
That's cool.
So I was 49, and then we get to 1950. 1950 is kind of a tough one. It's a bit of a dud year. We entered into the season obviously as two-time back-to-back champions, and we ended with a record of 6-6,
Hosting,
hoisting
hoisting,
a record of 6-6.
right? And we're back to
And
mediocrity.
that was also Greasy Neale's last year as head coach.
Oh, okay.
And
All
so
right.
that was the end of an era.
Legend.
And
Okay, so
so,
we've got two guys that were instrumental in the NFL that we have today. Burt Bell to create the draft so that there's
yep,
parity within the league, and now Greasy Neale as a head coach probably brought a lot of ideas to how modern football is played today. So that's pretty
that's
cool
cool.
in Eagles
Yeah.
history.
Yeah. Feels like we've been kind of forming the NFL. I don't want to, get ahead of myself, but
Again, America's team.
I mean,
The rest of
and
the
I'm
league, the rest of the
proud.
league is welcome. Well, you're welcome for this league that we have now.
I do have some notable players,
Okay.
aside from Stevie, of course.
Yeah.
We've got Pete Pihos. He was a wide receiver and a D end. He led the league in receiving yards in 1953, which I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But he was on this team, the 49 team. He had a career total of 5,619 yards and 61 tuds.
That's good.
And then in 53, he had 1,000 yards to
Cool.
lead 1,000 yards
Which was
rush
rare.
receiving, which is rare back then.
Rare. Yeah.
Um, I also have, and here we go. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I've got Alex Wojciechowicz.
Wojciechowicz.
Yes.
Haven't
And I
heard this
say
name
that
before.
I'm gonna pop the name on, and you're gonna understand why I'm really proud that I was able to get that pronunciation down.
All right, go ahead, Merrill Reese.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it. Wojciechowicz, he was a center and a linebacker, and he was known for his bone-crushing tackles. He
Center and a
had,
linebacker, man. I don't think there's anybody that, I guess Kelsey did come from being a linebacker, but
yeah,
just so different.
so different. I
Yeah.
mean, again, just like with just a whole different league back then, right?
Yeah. He was a
Um,
60-minute man.
60-minute man.
You
And
don't
he,
come off the field.
I mean, imagine playing the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Hunter.
He played a couple snaps today, I saw.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then he was limping.
Yeah, okay. Well, checks
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's the NFL.
It's tough. It's
The
tough.
NFL, man. That's not it's not
Yeah.
an easy feat to do.
Yeah.
Kudos for trying, I guess.
I know.
So yeah, so Wojciechowicz, he was also known as a really smart play recognizer. So his play recognition was out of this world, and he was the leader of the team.
Starting to get a little intellectual out there.
And that's that Greasy Neale. That's
Okay.
that Greasy Neale influence.
Right.
His communication was also really good. So I feel like he was a Zach Bond type.
Ah,
You know how
nice.
Zach Bond's out there, he's always talking, he's
Yeah.
chatting with everybody, telling people where to go where. That kind of and this
Good
could
play
be just pulled this out of
recognition.
nowhere. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smart.
so he's reading the field.
Wojciechowski was watching tape.
Yeah, Wojciechowski was studying.
Yeah.
He was in the house key studying tape.
Right. Not now. Watching tape.
Don't bother me. I'm drinking. Wait.
The 40s.
Last guy to mention, I got Chuck Bednarik.
Bednarik,
Yep.
I think.
Damn it.
Yeah.
He got
Kill us in the
drafted.
comments.
He got drafted at the tail end of our run, and he got drafted in 1949. He was the first overall pick.
How'd we get the first overall pick winning in 48?
It's a good question. I should
That
have
is
looked
a
that
good
up.
question. Burt Bell was like,
He was
I changed
actually
the
best
rules.
team in the league.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was our first round pick. Maybe I just misread.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll double check and
Okay.
I'll put it in the edit. You guys will know where I messed that up.
Okay. I think we should give Chuck his own next week, because let this week be kind of Steve Van Buren, because he deserves a whole kind of history by himself, and we'll come into Chuck next
He's a
week
legend.
because he's a name that comes up time and time again with
Yeah.
some old Philly fans. But
And
I'm
he was
excited to learn
instrumental
more
for
about
that
him.
49 team as well.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah,
but
he was
won
young.
rookie
He
of
was
the
a
year.
rookie that year.
He won rookie of the year that year.
Wow, and another
So
60-minute man, right?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
one of the like last that class was one of
What
the
two
last.
positions did he play? We'll have to find that out.
We're gonna
Tune
have
in
to
next week.
tune in next week when we talk about Chuck Bednarik.
Chucky B.
Chucky B. Oh, sound off. So yeah, so that's what I got for the history of this week. Did you have any other notes?
No, not for me, man. That was great. That was awesome to learn more about the our first taste of success.
Success.
You know,
And
because
it was back-to-back success.
Yeah.
I mean,
why are we so blessed? Well, we'll get to that later, Todd.
All right, hey, let's go get two.
hosting. Let's go get two. Let's learn how to call an offensive play. Wait, what?
Okay, you're right. We got some work to do before we can talk about that.
Who's gonna ping KP? Huh?
Well, thanks for the history lesson this week. Awesome.
Yeah.
We got some good fans. We got some good players rather, and some very instrumental coaches and owners so far in our history. Excited to continue it next week.
Can't wait.